12 years old, but she's married to a 50 years old man that already has 2 wives. This is life in Benue, Nigeria. How long has she been living with this man?
Oh, you can shine nana ha wolo be ola as kwasimanu. Ola say. That is about 2 months.
Okay. What has the man been doing to her?
You can you kwa oshono ere newe. That during the night, the man do force her to have sex with her. When she disagreed, he beat the girl up.
Okay. How did this man get to meet her?
The never was shown a flower. That the man went to is the grandmother of the girl that took the man to their house. Then when the man saw the girl, so they both agreed, but the girl was so that is the grandmother that show her to the man.
Okay. What about her siblings? Does she have sisters and brothers?
That she has siblings.
Does she want to go back to where she's coming from? And where is she coming from?
Oh, you was so he then yemi hipe yano more. She can't know more. Now also pay he then yemi. That she wants to go back and she is from Agon.
It's in Benue State. Is this girl from Benue State?
Yes, she's from Benue State.
Okay, which side in Benue State?
From Agon. Sorry.
Or she doesn't know where she's from? She's from Nasarawa. Okay, they brought her all the way from Nasarawa to Benue State. Is this man I didn't like, have you even eaten since morning?
Yes, okay,
what about this man, his 2 other wives?
Yeah, Kasu number game blood in Bahana. The other wives are at Naka, Gwe West, Benue State, but she and the man rented apartments nearby here.
Okay, that is the man's 2 other wives. They live far away. Then the man came to this very environment to rent a place just for him and this girl. And the man is 50 years old. What does he do for a living?
He do sell. He's a farmer. The man is a farmer and he do sell spray chemicals.
This man is currently not at home. And when is he going to come back from work now?
That the man will come back around 6 o'clock in the evening.
So we have to take her back home because I clearly don't even have a plan for this girl at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her back home, and everybody's going to pretend like nothing happened, because the man will be coming back from work anytime soon. So we just have to get her back home. We just have to take her somewhere safe. I mean, look at her, 12 years old.
Think about
She's barely even matured, and somebody who is 50 years old is forcing.
so yeah, they think if they can make it a better place.
Wait, the first son, how many years this first son dey? The first son and this first son no say this girl. Father Mariam. See how the girl just dey run and they go back house. So guys, I have to be very careful because like I'm in a strange land and I don't know if this is something that is legal. So I cannot go there and start dragging this girl out of the house. I have to first make inquiries and see what I can do. As you can see, she's running back home. The man's first son just returned. They say he's more than 20 something years old. God, 12 years old girl. Even the girl is, if you come close to her, it's as if she has not even bathed for days. That is say that she's not comfortable at all. I don't understand this life. With the rate of poverty in this country is just too much. How would you give birth to a child and give her to a 50 years old man? And if you even look at the place that this girl is staying, if it's possible for me to go back to go and film it, I'll film it so that you guys will see. It's not as if this man is even rich. She's not going to school, nothing, just sit down at home, eat when the man comes home and is horny. Alright, so I just got off the call. I just called the president of the Nigerian Youth Congress, and he's about to send me the local government chairman of this very place in Benue State, Makurdi. So he said I should go meet the man so we can do something about this issue. I should report it to the man. My name is Dr. Lucky Udu, Director of Youth Sensitization and Rehabilitation Affairs, Nigerian Youth Congress. So I just got your number from someone, a local government chairman here in Benue State. So can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good.
Is that Dr.
Lucky Udu, Director of Youth Sensitization and Rehabilitation Affairs.
Lucky Udu. All right. National Youth Council of Nigeria.
No, Nigerian Youth Congress.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, there's a 12 years old girl I just found now that she wants to go back home, and a 50 years old man brought her and is forcing himself on her every night and beating her up. So
Where is this?
Where is this place again? Adaka in Benue, Makurdi.
Where? And okay, so the chairman gave me a brief about this.
Yeah.
And are you from Benue?
I'm not from Benue. That's why I have to make this contact.
Okay, so may I know how the case came about? Is it that the locals there contacted you about it, or?
Yes, somebody actually contacted me about it, and then I came to see the girl myself. And then
You're telling me all the way from?
Yes, that's what I do. I travel from state to state. This is my 5th state, and I just that's what I do. If you check me on Google or social media, you know the person you are speaking to.
Okay.
Yeah, so I look out for stories like this and see how we can help them.
Okay, so sorry, I may need to ask a couple of questions
There's
to
no
enable
problem.
me respond better. When did you hear of the case?
I just heard of it. That was yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay.
And the girl has been saying
you just traveled in?
Yes, I traveled. I came in 2 days ago.
Okay. So did you interface with them upon arrival?
Yes. I just finished speaking with the girl now, but the man is not aware. The girl is crying that she wants to go back home, that she's not happy to be here, that the man keeps beating her every night.
Okay, so may I know the locals that you have interfaced with, in your response?
In my response, how? I don't understand.
Yes, in your response. Okay, so you came in. There are some locals that contacted you.
Yes.
And you've been here for 2 days. So may I know the persons that you have been interfacing with on your arrival up until
These people
now?
I'm talking about, they are her neighbors. As I'm talking to you, I'm speaking to the girl's neighbor. And this man is 50 years old. So The man's neighbor, they are the ones complaining. The girl is always screaming every night. He's beating her up, forcing himself.
And the girl is 12.
She's 12. That the grandmother took her to the man's place. That they just went there for a visit, and the man said he liked her, and that was how the mother gave him to him, against her will. That she wants to go back home from Nasarawa State. So I don't know if they are agents.
From Nasarawa?
Yes, I don't know if they are agencies, because what I'm trying to find out is this legal? Because I can. This is not my. If this is Delta State, then I'll take my own action. I know what to do. But since this is
wherever
not
in Nigeria, there's no place where a minor of even 17 years can get married. Anything less than 18 is child abuse.
Okay, so I'd like to ask, is
I
this
think all over Nigeria, anybody who is less than 18 years cannot give consent.
okay? Very good. So is it okay? Is it legal for me to take this girl where she is right now? Take her somewhere safe?
Where would that be, if I may ask?
That is what I'm even thinking about right now. I still have to make contacts too.
Okay, not a worry. Let me reach the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons.
Okay, but if these people are not capable, then I think that with what I have built for myself.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So let me know, in Delta, which are the agencies of government that you work with?
I don't work with. What I do it is just myself. It's just my self mission.
But I think it's only proper that you have agencies of government that you're working with: Ministry of Women Affairs, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons.
Exactly,
You
but this
also
I don't
have,
specifically
like,
focus
the
on
state
human.
task force
Okay.
on maybe gender-based violence or so. I mean, because it's only proper that if you're working as an individual, good thing, but you have state agencies that have the mandate to take care of children who you can refer these cases to sometimes. Like right now, that child will need to be moved to a safe space shelter. And so when you come across these cases, how do you do it? How do you foster interagency cooperation? But I think we will hold these conversations more at a later time. Let me call the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, and then we will see how we can connect with you.
Okay, very good. But sir, I have one more question. Is it illegal for me if I take this girl from where she is right now and just find somewhere safe to just keep her as a human being?
Where is the safe place? That's my concern.
It could be anywhere. It could be a hotel. It could be anywhere.
No. It is not safe because it's a child. She's below the age of 18, and then there can be complications. So it is best that you even contact the police. Maybe we can even get the police.
Thank you very exactly, because I just don't want her to.
That's the best thing, because you as an individual, you're not. It wouldn't be proper at all if you think.
Okay, very good. All right. So after that very phone call, the man sent me the contact of somebody who works in a charity organization that is owned by the governor's wife of Benue State. The charity organization is actually concerned about issues like this. And then I met the guy, and the guy was like, okay, let's go see the traditional ruler of that very community and see if he can sort this issue out. Then on a second thought, he was advised, what if the person who is getting married to this girl is somebody who is influential in this very town? He may be a poor farmer, but he can be influential. And then what if the community wants to protect him? Then he thought, let's see how we can rally around to get youths that is going to rescue this girl tonight. So we went about meeting many people, telling them about it, and it wasn't even a surprise to them. Most of them were already aware that the man brought in the young girl and he had intentions to get married to her, and none of them were actually interested to be part of this rescue mission. The questions that people just kept on asking is, who told you about this? How did you get this information? And before the man sent me the contact of this guy, he also requested for some information from me that he wanted to file a report to NAPTIP. And then he told me he already successfully filed a report to NAPTIP, and I kept calling and calling. I told him that I wouldn't be comfortable to sleep if this girl is going to be out there, and I cannot imagine what is going to happen to her. And then it took NAPTIP for 1 day, 2 days, and almost 3 days. I couldn't take it anymore, waiting for NAPTIP to look into the situation. It seems that they were not even motivated. I mean, this is not the first time they are receiving calls like this, but I don't even know why. I cannot specifically place my hands on why they'll hear something like this and not feel motivated to just dive into a rescue mission. At this point, I'm like, Lucky, you have a platform where lots of people follow you. Why don't you post this thing out there and see if you can get this girl, somebody to rescue her? So I posted it, and then followers and fans were like, oh, Lucky, I know human rights activists, they are concerned about this. This guy's name is Harrison Gwamneshu. Don't know if that's how his name is appropriately pronounced. He's an activist in Delta State. I contacted Harrison. Then Harrison also helped me to contact an activist in Benue with the name Okankuru. Okankuru then told me that okay, he's on the matter. Harrison told me that he's gonna leave the issue for Okankuru to handle, and then Okankuru then made some phone calls and also contacted the commandant for the NAPTIP zone in that particular part of Benue State, and it was only a matter of hours after the news has gone viral on social media that NAPTIP went to the house early in the morning to rescue this girl. And after the rescue, NAPTIP was really mad at me for making that post. There was nothing like even a thank you message. Everybody was just asking me, how did you find out about this? And do you even know the worst of it all? The landlord that owns the house where the man who married this girl rented came there and was ranting that who would even disclose an information like this, that if he finds out the person who disclosed an information like this, that he's going to do this to the person. So you can see that we live in a society where people are trying to protect something like this. Nobody's actually concerned about the little girl. NAPTIP was really mad at me, the commandant, that why would I do something like this, you know, blah blah blah. And I was like, man, I'm not even happy that it took you guys almost 3 days before you would look into this situation. People were not even interested to look into it, and that's why I have to make a post about it. And then NAPTIP immediately influenced the national medias. They made a post on different national media. The national media we have in Nigeria, it is whack. These guys were not interested to even do their proper investigation. They're just making report based on what NAPTIP told them. And they probably even saw this post, but none of them even reached out to have proper investigation. I mean, there are people, you see, there are people who are actually doing a lot behind the scenes, but nobody really cares about these people. Nobody even cares. There are people who actually, Okankuru told me that he has gone on rescue mission many times, and sometimes that the people of the community, they'll come around with cutlass, they'll come around with wood, with sticks, and they'll beat him up. And the media protects these kinds of things. You know, nobody cares. Nobody wants to even reach out to ask questions, to get proper investigation about the whole thing. So NAPTIP just pushed their own information there, and it was on Vanguard, it was everywhere, on Punch, it was here and there. And the lazy people working in those media houses did not even bother to do their own proper investigation. And from my own understanding, from the way I'm looking at these things, I think that most of these organizations, most of these government agencies, they are not properly funded, and that's why most of them have low morale and enthusiasm towards rescue missions like this. And if you go to the police station, the police is going to ask you for money. Yes, because I also attempted to go to the police station, but then people told me there are different experiences with the police. I'm making this video because the landlord is still mad that they revealed an information like this, and he's still threatening to find out who did it, and he says that he's going to make sure he does this to the person. So if something happens to me, if something happens to the person who gave out that information, I want you all to know where this whole thing started from, and I want every concerned individual all over Nigeria, outside Nigeria, to be well informed about this. The person you saw translating whatever it is the girl was saying to me, I want you to know that that person was not the person who gave me that information. I just needed somebody to help me translate what the girl was saying, because she could not speak English appropriately. So I want to say I will still say thank you to NAPTIP because they were still the ones that rescued her after all. Thank you to Blessing Akinsolotu. This is the president of Nigerian Youth Congress. I made the first cutting. Thanks to, I cannot remember the barrister's contact. Thanks to everybody who actually took part in this, to those who even shared the post. God bless you all, because without you, nobody would have even heard about it or rescued her. Although up until now, I do not know the whereabouts. I did not know the whereabouts of this young girl. NAPTIP only told me that she's been successfully rescued. I asked if I could just see her one last time with my eyes, and they told me that this such thing is not allowed. So I really don't know how the state of things for this girl right now. I currently do not even know if she's safe wherever she's right now. I do not know. I do not know the state of things for her family, even the man that wanted to marry her. I don't even know if he even married her. I do not even know where he is right now. I don't know what is going on. So this video is just an insight of what happens in Nigeria every day, and I also got to keep people like us safe and secure, because a lot is going on, and it's scary to report certain situations when we live in a society where not too many persons even care about issues like this.